Hey YouTube fans, people of the interwebs, it's me, SG1, back for another Star Trek, the official Starships collection review. This time, logically, one would assume that I'll be doing the ship after the title sequence, the Vulcan Surak class. Yes. Of course you get the mag, and then you get the ship. Right, let's get cracking on with this one. Surak class, specification, operated by the Vulcan High Command, class Surak, length 350 metres, pretty big then, top speed warp 7, weaponry, particle beam emitters, photonic torpedoes, captains Bannock and Sopek. And then we get a beautiful CG render on the front, from behind, you can see the impulse engines there, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it goes into the history of the ship itself. Surak class ships had an unusual, distinctive design with a circular warp drive section surrounding a thin, elongated hull, where they were among the most advanced ships in the Alpha Quadrant in the 22nd century. Few alien vessels could match their speed or tactical ability. And then it goes into more images of the Surak class there. It's holding an Enterprise shuttle pod and a tractor beam. Of course, the part of the Coalition fleet before it was the Federation fleet. And exchanging weapons fire with a... what's it firing? It's a Tellarite ship, I think, that. And then we get into the tech specs, and we see various angles of the ship. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. The Vulcan homeworld is mostly desert due to its hot and arid climate. Given these atmospheric conditions, if it was likely that the environmental controls aboard their ship kept the temperature significantly warmer levels than on Earth ships. In addition to the Surak class, other ships known to be in operation in the 22nd century included Memora class and the Dakir type combat cruiser, which had a standard crew complement of 147. Species that the Vulcans made contact with by the 22nd century included the Cardassians, the Trill, the Folians, and the Klingons. Designing the Surak class. Which is pretty cool. I think they were actually using CG renders to design it. That's not a bad looking one. Kind of reminds me a bit of the First Contact ship that Taplanahath. You know, the lander that lands. Yeah, you see, you're getting more like a different design there. And the same colour red. Then you got the Vulcan Surak, but in a different orientation. They just simply flipped it over. And then, yeah, you see, you've got a different kind of ship there with nacelles, warp nacelles on this outer ring. And then there it is, flipped the other way around. And of course, they took the other nacelles off. Yeah. And then, of course, there were no physical models used for Enterprise. It was all CG, and this going into how they created all the effects and stuff. Then we go on screen. First TV appearance, Enterprise. First appearance, breaking the ice. Final appearance, United, designed by Doug Drexler. There we go. Trivia. Earlier in its career, before being assigned to the Enterprise NX-01, T'Pol served as Deputy Science Officer aboard the Saleya, a Vulcan Dakir-type combat cruiser. The ship was lost with all hands in 2152 when it became caught in a subspace eddy and it was pulled into the Delphic Expanse, a region of space riddled with dangerous spatial anomalies. The true fate of the Saleya was not discovered until 2153, when the Enterprise NX-01 found it still adrift inside the Expanse. Its crew had been driven insane due to exposure to Trellium-D, a mineral that had a neurotoxic effect on the Vulcan brain chemistry. Ambassador Valar was played by Fionnuala Flanagan, an Irish actor. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong. The Irish actress who had previously appeared as Dr. Julian. I can't even read today. Dr. Noonien Sung's partner, Juliana Turner, in the Next Generation episode Inheritance, and Iniana Tandro, Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode Dax. It is learned that Star Trek Enterprise episode Breaking the Ice that Captain Archer was once aboard the Uriana, a Vulcan Memora class, when he was on a mission to the Dark Matter Nebula to set up a graviton telescope. Yes, let me get an image of the ship on the back there. So, on to the ship itself. Come on, get off there. There it is. Yeah, it's got some nice detail in there, if you can see it. I'll flip it that way, you can see it better. Some nice detail in there. You can see the ring, it's got the blue warp coils in there. There's not too much to be said, really. I'm a bit disappointed with this one, but saying that, it's nice to have. Because there's not much of it, that's the thing. It's rather thin. A bit disappointed I paid £10 for this bad boy. I'd have been happy paying £5 maybe. Yeah, there's just not a lot to it, this one, and there's not a lot of die-cast in this at all, if any. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a Vulcan ship. I mean, some nice sculpted detail in there. I mean, you can see sort of, it's a bit reflected area. See some of the sculpted lines and stuff in there, and then in the warp ring as well, you can see more sculpted detail. You see like the crew quarters and stuff like that, weapons nodes and stuff. I said the back end there, you can see it's best to do it that way. You can see it better. See more. You can see the view's a bit more red plastic in there and in there. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. Like I say, a bit disappointed with this one. Took ages to get, actually, but I finally got it. I'm happy it's in my collection. Yeah, I am, but I could have waited for this one. I mean, there are so many other ships I'd like first, like I've got Akira class, Steamrunner class, Saber class, the Dominion battleship, you know, the big fuck off one from Valiant. I would like that as a special, please, Evil Moss. If you make that Dominion battleship from Valiant this big, right? This big, you've got 20 quid out of me. Easy peasy, 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 peasy. But yeah, so it comes with a stand. It comes with, it just says Surak class on the bottom there. This is one of the best stands, though. It does fit in the stand rather snugly, and it will not come out at all. That's pretty good. It looks alright on the stand, but it's one of those, it's a Vulcan ship. I'm going to be honest, boring. There's not much going for it. It is what it is, really. You know, it's a Vulcan ship. What can you say? Yeah. Anyway, that's me for this review. That's the Vulcan ship, and I will catch you later. Live long and prosper.